A rusted turnstile creaks in the wind. Beyond it sits thousands of tons of steel, entirely submerged in swamp water. This aerial view captures the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina as it hit Six Flags New Orleans. In August 2005, this 220-acre complex was a bustling family destination. Within hours, the entire park sat under 7 feet of lake water. When the levees protecting the city failed, water poured in from Lake Pontchartrain. Drainage pumps short-circuited almost immediately, leaving the structures to steep in brackish salt water for over a month. Initial assessments declared thousands of tons of steel remain, but they serve only as a reminder that even massive engineering projects are conditional, stable only as long as the environment allows them to be. This vulnerability extends far beyond commercial playgrounds. Across the United States, massive state-funded campuses were constructed with the same assumption of eternal utility. Looking at this photograph of a densely packed hospital ward, the scale of early 20th century institutional planning becomes apparent. State hospitals and penitentiaries were built as sprawling, self-contained cities designed to manage thousands of people at a time. By the late 20th century, the social and medical models that justified these megastructures shifted. Deinstitutionalization policies, funding cuts, and a move toward community-based care emptied out massive psychiatric campuses and forced the closure of outdated prisons. The populations vanished, but the architecture remained. Millions of square feet of infrastructure were suddenly rendered obsolete, leaving behind a staggering vacuum of empty wards, solitary cells, and administrative corridors. Whether emptied overnight by a catastrophic storm or drained gradually by changing social policies, the abandonment of these complexes leaves a physical void in the landscape, a hollow shell of a former social order. Decades of human neglect invite the local ecology to move in. Without maintenance crews to repair roofs or clear brush, flora and fauna aggressively break down the barriers we build, splitting pavement and rotting wooden support beams. We can observe this relentless reclamation process as creeping vines suffocate man-made infrastructure. The environment consumes the artificial, steadily digesting iron and concrete. In this image of Six Flags New Orleans, you can see how the bayou has entirely swallowed the once pristine midway. Thick weeds push through concrete paths, and stagnant pools of dark swamp water pool beneath coaster tracks, creating prime nesting grounds for local alligators. A space originally engineered for highly controlled, ticketed safety has devolved into a hazardous environment. The meticulously planned layout of a theme park is now a feral sanctuary governed by weather and wildlife. Nature's consumption of our structures creates a physical timeline of our absence. It slowly strips away the commercial polish, leaving functional buildings to serve as accidental, morbid monuments to our absence. As the physical structures break down, the invisible histories embedded within them seem to surface. The visible decay of a site often mirrors the uncomfortable human realities that occurred there while the doors were still open. Walking through the peeling, decaying corridors of a place like Eastern State Penitentiary, the architecture reflects its grim history. These specific walls housed extreme overcrowding, systemic neglect, and severe medical interventions like the lobotomy. Even recreational ruins hold dark truths. 2 years before Hurricane Katrina hit, a 52-year-old grandmother named Rosa Donaldson was struck and killed while checking her grandson's seatbelt on the Joker's jukebox ride at Six Flags. The tragedy casts a lingering, malevolent shadow over the rusting machinery left behind. Society often attempts to pave over or ignore these black spots in local history. We prefer to remember the optimistic grand openings and the economic booms, rather than the structural failures or the lives lost on the premises. When these spaces are finally abandoned, those dark histories are amplified by the eerie physical decay. The peeling paint and rusted bars set a powerful psychological stage, creating a perfect environment for public fascination. This fascination feeds a growing industry known as dark tourism. Blighted, rotting eyesores transition from municipal headaches into highly sought-out destinations for those looking to experience decay firsthand. Armed with thermal cameras and ghost hunting equipment, amateur investigators navigate pitch-black hallways. The search for the paranormal turns historical suffering into modern entertainment. This heavily stylized image of an abandoned, graffiti-covered dairy building demonstrates how internet culture fetishizes decay. The framing, editing, and saturation turn a ruined structure into a viral aesthetic, prioritizing a spooky atmosphere over actual human history. Some former institutions actively lean into this aesthetic. Notice the crowds lined up outside the towering stone walls of Eastern State Penitentiary. The site funds its historic preservation by hosting a massive commercial Halloween haunt, complete with actors in zombie makeup patrolling the actual historical ruins. By utilizing the aesthetic of ruin, society can safely consume the macabre from a distance. We turn real historical trauma, mental illness, and systemic failure into thrill-seeking entertainment. For municipal governments, these ruins are a complex liability. Notice the 3 inset photographs on this Bureau of Governmental Research report, illustrating the severe, localized decay. The official strategy to mend the urban fabric is often hindered by bureaucratic paralysis. Cities struggle with vast areas of blight, while developers repeatedly pitch and abandon expensive revitalization plans. Eventually, when ruins become too hazardous or economically damaging to the surrounding community, the heavy machinery arrives. Costly municipal demolition becomes the final, unavoidable endpoint for buildings that cannot be saved or sold. Whether they are leveled by bulldozers or left to rot indefinitely behind chain-link fences, these structures are entirely stripped of their original purpose. They exist in an uncomfortable margin between recorded history and modern haunting. These abandoned spaces serve as a dark mirror for modern society. They reflect our collective anxieties about decline, failure, and the things we leave behind when the money runs out. They remind us of the extreme fragility of our engineering, all the commercialized fun of a theme park, and all the imposing authority of a state penitentiary can be erased by a single severe storm or a shift in the federal budget. This obsession reflects a subconscious confrontation with our own eventual obsolescence. We look at these ruins and see the inevitable endpoint of every society that assumes it is permanent. The next time you pass a rusted fence or a boarded-up window in your own city, look beyond the gates. Ask yourself what legacy your society is currently leaving behind, and how long it will stand before the water rises. If you want to explore more hidden history with us, hit the subscribe button, and let us know in the comments what ruins are hiding in your hometown.